It looks like maybe Bella Thorne's milked Scott Disick for all of the attention that she can, because he's now been spotted out and about with a new mystery girl. And, when we say out and about, we mean, you know, openly making out with her at parties that they reportedly then leave together at, like, 3 a.m. As usual, it would all be totally acceptable behavior for a college student, but it's wildly inappropriate for a famous father of 3. Well, this new mystery girl is a mystery no longer, because we now know her name. We just hope that Scott does. First of all, we're sorry if Bella Thorne's milked Scott Disick brought you some unwanted images. We never meant to give you nightmares. Scott seemed like he's been on an endless bender lately. Seriously, Scott Disick's friends are worried about his drinking and ensuing behavior. It seems like he no longer cares if K'ney will take him back. He almost certainly does, of course. It looks like he's trapped in a vicious cycle of his own making, and here's how we think that it plays out. He looks at what he's done, is disgusted with himself, and feels sad that he's lost K'ney forever. And then, miserable, he turns to alcohol and shockingly beautiful, obscenely young women to make himself feel good for a while. Those women might enjoy his attention because he's a handsome, older, famous man. They might also enjoy the potential boost to their careers. But then Scott has a moment of self-awareness or sobriety or both, and reflects on what he's been doing. And on how that impacts his relationship with his children and how disgusted K'ney must be. That's followed immediately by self-loathing and misery. And then the cycle repeats itself. Again and again and again. The latest addition to Scott's wild adventure ride. She's gorgeous, right? Her name, Emma Blanchard, belongs on Once Upon a Time, back when that show was even slightly coherent. And while she doesn't truly look like her, her face really kind of reminds us of Phoebe Tonkin. Maybe it's the eyebrows, maybe it's the chin. Whatever, she's beautiful. Bless them, has more than just her name, though. They have the scoop on Scott and Emma's partying. The pair arrived at the exclusive party, which was hosted by Revolve and One Oak, in the same SUV at around midnight. Scott and Emma were seen openly making out while sipping on cocktails by Ciroc and Rose by Moet and Chandon, reports. The Insider had a juicy detail about the party to add. At one point, Scott and Emma slipped into the room behind a curtain to get more privacy. Well, curtains only provide a limited amount of privacy, whoever knocked on a curtain, but you don't really care when you're at a party. We've all been there, in a non-celebrity and not dating someone way younger sort of way. The two reportedly left at 3 a.m., still together. A second insider had more to add, though it's nothing that we didn't already basically know. Scott is not looking for a relationship. QR gasps of shock. He is just enjoying his summer and having fun while flirting and hooking up with some ladies. Nothing is serious, just a good time. It looked like he was really enjoying himself at the Revolve party. Is it just us? Or was that second insider, like, a Revolve employee? No, but that's just semi-confirmation of what we already knew about what Scott's been doing and what he's looking for. Because it sure isn't love and commitment. There are healthy ways to drink and party. There are healthy ways to sleep with numerous young models, even. We just wish that Scott Disick could figure those out. And, as we've said before, all of Scott Disick's recent nonsense would be totally fine and acceptable under other circumstances. We're not, like, elderly church ladies clutching our pearls, here. Honestly, hedonism is kind of delightful. The problem with Scott is that he isn't in control and, more importantly, he has kids. And while he might enjoy taunting the press with his sexploits right not, he needs to realize that Google exists and that his kids are growing up. Mason is 7 years old, and looking so grown up in those pictures K'ney took, and he'll be able to Google what embarrassing crap has my dad been doing before Scott knows it. Also, he's missing out on them now, and eroding whatever trust K'tni had that he could still be a good co-parent.